Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? We're still out here in Idaho, and we were sitting around the campfire tonight making some supper, and we saw the smoke rising up from our campfire, and it kind of made us think about Ecclesiastes. Um, in Ecclesiastes, um, pretty much it starts out with everything in life is meaningless, meaningless, meaningless. Um, and the original word that was used was hovel, and that word in the original Hebrew meant smoke or wind or something of that nature. You can see the effects of it. You can see it. You can harness it a little bit. Wind, you can make power, fly a kite or whatever. Smoke, you can get trapped in a building or whatever, but you cannot hold it. You can't grasp it. You can't keep it forever. Um, it kind of made us think about the smoke from the fire kind of made us think about Ecclesiastes and that first part where it said everything is meaningless. That's right at the beginning of Ecclesiastes, and it says it all throughout the book. But in chapter 1, it goes on in verse 18. It says, "Greater the knowledge, the greater my knowledge, the greater my sorrow." Um, and we were reading earlier today, and it kind of made us think. We read 1 Corinthians 8:2-3, and it says, "Anyone who claims to know all the answers does not know much. The one who loves God is whom God recognizes." So, I mean, it kind of made us think about all kinds of things. We can strive for all this gold and silver, whatever possessions in life, whatever you want to do or to go on. I mean, we're on a trip right now and we're enjoying life, but to go on all these trips and see all over the world and do all this stuff, and go to school and get educated and all this stuff, everything you do. But um, Ecclesiastes 12 goes on to say that we should remember our Creator while we are young and while we were doing things, and fear God and obey His commands. So it's okay to go on trips. It's okay to have possessions. It's okay to work whatever job pretty much that you want, as long as you're doing it, you're following God's commands and you're doing it for the glory of God and not for selfish desires and selfish gain. And that was our victory moment while we were sitting here around the campfire watching the smoke, and we remembered those verses and we went back and referenced them and all. And that's kind of what this whole trip is about. We're kind of in a transition period in our life, and we are trying to do things to make sure it is to the glory of God and not for selfish gain or not for our own selfish desires. Oh, we can go do this over here, we can do that, or we can get this, or whatever else. We want to do the next phase of our lives to the glory of God and see where He's leading us. And He might not care what we do as long as we're glorifying Him and spreading His word. But He may have a specific plan for us. So, and that's what we've been praying through and what we've been talking about this week on our trip. And that was the smoke here was our victory moment for tonight. And have a good one.